The producers and distributors of Tech AV technical training video and instructional aids welcome you to another program in the Electrical Cable series. During the program, you will learn to identify various cable box types and be shown the important procedures required to select and assemble each type described correctly. At the end of each section, time will be given in the form of a review break for you to discuss or practice procedures demonstrated. Let us begin as we first answer the questions, what is a junction box and what is its purpose? In any typical electrical system, cables are routed in all directions. Supplies are often split via a junction box to feed apparatus at various positions in the plant. A junction box, more popularly known as a cable box, is simply a housing that provides a safe and convenient encasement within which the joining and securing of cables can be made and thereafter closed up. In this program, we shall deal with the PRATLEY industrial type boxes, that is, those that incorporate cable glands at the cable entry positions, and those that will accommodate the fitment of a gland, such as the flame-proof design. Various designs are created to provide for various situations and cable entry requirements. For purposes of demonstration, let's take a look at the procedure in fitting an armored cable into a typical PRATLEY box, which, in our example, is the Ezee-fit type, featuring integral cable glands. The box size is selected in respect of the cable size, which, in our example, happens to be 6 millimeters. This, according to the chart for armored cable, requires a number 2 box. A number 2 size box is then obtained, and the enclosed fitting instruction pamphlet removed for a working reference. A shroud is first fitted to the cable. Note that it is inverted before being slipped onto the cable. Next, the cable is prepared in the recommended manner and according to specification. The cable stripping dimensions relate to the selected box size. In our example, we must use the figures given in the number 2 box size column. Next, the armor gripping loose components are removed from the box. The compression nut is slipped over the armors, followed by the compression ring. Note that its thick end must be towards the compression nut. The armors are now splayed, as demonstrated, in preparation for positioning the cone bush between the armors and the bedding. An inner seal bush is stretched onto the bedding and positioned behind the cone bush as shown, and the cable is ready to be fitted into the box. Once the tails have been fed through the gland cavity, the compression nut is installed and the gland firmly secured. The shroud is positioned over the gland to complete the assembly. When all adjoining cables have been installed, the connection of phase conductors is made. Tails are trimmed to suit the space requirement within the box, and the conductors prepared and grouped to accept PRATLEY end connectors. Insulating sleeves are next fitted, whereupon the conductor groups are pressed down into the cavity and the cover installed. Note that the screws should be tightened evenly in a star pattern to avoid cover distortion. After the break, we'll take a look at fitting unarmored cables.